Shalom, welcome to lesson 2. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at Hebrew vowels and vowel signs, the simple Sheva, the compound Sheva, independent personal pronouns, verbless clauses, the Dagesh, Hazak, and Dagesh Kal, as well as some gutturals. And we'll also take a look at open-close syllables and word stress. So, in the biblical Hebrew vowel system, we have different vowel symbols that represent different sounds. Let's take a look at each one. The first one at the top is called a patah. It looks like a dash. It's pronounced like an ah, as in father. The second one that looks like a small T, that looks like a tiny little T at the bottom of a letter is called kametz. It's also pronounced like an ah. The next one that looks like a kametz with a hey is called kametz hey. It's also pronounced like an ah. This one with 3 dots is called a sago. It's pronounced as an a, as in mad. This one with 2 dots looks like uh is pronounced like an a also. It's called a saray. And the next one that is that consists of a saray yod is also pronounced like an a. The next one that looks like a dot is called a hirek. It's pronounced as an E, as in seed. The next one that looks like this is called a hirek yod. Is pronounced like an E, as in seed. It's a long vowel. The next one that looks like this is called kametz hataf. It's pronounced as an O, as in go. The next one that looks like a dot is called holem. It's also pronounced like an O. This one that looks like a holem valve is pronounced also as a O sound. The next two are pronounced with a oo sound. The one with the 3 dots that slants downwards is called a kibbutz. It's pronounced like a oo, as in rude. And the final one that looks like this, with a dot in a valve, is called a shrek. It's also pronounced with a oo sound. So biblical Hebrew vowels have the following characteristics. The vowels can appear under, over, or following the consonant. They are pronounced after. For instance, if you see this kametz under a yod, it's pronounced as yad because yod is y, pronounced as a y. Ya is ya, and then dalet is pronounced as a d, yad. Some long vowels are written as a vowel point and a consonant. When hey, vav, or yod are used in this way, they're called vowel letters. They're not consonant in these cases. So the kametz can represent both long A-class kametz and short U-class kametz, called kametz hataf. Distinguishing which vowel it represents in a given instance depends on knowing what type of syllable it occurs. And there are vowels in Hebrew that are categorized by class and also by length. Let's take a look at the simple Sheva system. The vowel system created by the Tiberian Masoretes are required that every consonant have a vowel sign except at the end of a word. If a syllable ended in a consonant or began with 2 consonants in a row, they still require a vowel sign. For this purpose, they use the Sheva, which means nothingness. The sign is not properly a vowel, but in some places it is vocal, pronounced like a hurried ah, as in above, and transliterated with a reverse e. For instance, in this word, buried, buried. In other places, it is a silent place marker, showing that the preceding syllable is closed. For example, in this word, meat bar. So the dalet is pronounced with a stop after the letter. Meat bar. The shova can also be vocal at the beginning of the word. For instance, shamor, shamor. It can also be at the beginning of a syllable, as in this word. The man with a shova in this word is pronounced as from right to left. Ish meru, ish meru. Please note that if there are two shavas adjacent in the word, the first is silent and the second is vocal. It can also appear following a long vowel, as in this word. If we read this from right to left, Suseham, Suseham. Next, let's take a look at the compound shava. Compound shava, also called composite shava, is a half vowel that appears under the guttural consonants in place of a simple shava. There are three kinds of compound shavas: the A class, I class, and a U class. They're pronounced the same as the full vowel counterparts, but for a shorter duration. For example, if you see a patah with shava, it's called a hatef patah. You see segol, which is the three dots with a shava, it's called a hatef segol. And if you see a kametz with a shava, it's called a hatef kametz. So for the first one, for the first symbol, it's pronounced ah. For the second symbol, hatef segol, is pronounced a. For the third one, hatef kametz, is pronounced as a ah, as in amid. It's not really o. It's halfway between a and o, amid. So let's take a look at independent personal pronouns. Like in English, Biblical Hebrew has independent personal pronouns that are used as subjects of clauses. This corresponds to English I, you, he, she, we, they. So, for instance, in this simple phrase, I am Joseph from Genesis 45, verse 3, if you read from right to left, it says, Ani, which means I, Yosef, Joseph. So the word am doesn't really appears in this phrase. It has to be supplemented when you translate from Hebrew to English. Let's take a look at some personal pronouns here. So for the word he in English, in Hebrew is who, who. For she, it's in Hebrew is he, he. For you, in Hebrew is ata, ata. For you, that was male masculine, and for you, feminine is art, art. For I in Hebrew is ani, ani. For they in Hebrew is ham. It can also be hema, hema. For they in Hebrew is hen. It can also be read as henna, henna. For you, plural in Hebrew is atem, atem. This is for masculine plural you. For feminine plural you is aten, aten. For we in Hebrew is anaknu, anaknu. Next, let's take a look at verbless clauses. The present tense of the verb to be is not expressed lexically by a word in Hebrew. It must be supplemented in English. For instance, for this phrase from 2 Kings chapter 19 verse 18, they are not gods. Lo Elohim Hema. So lo means not, Elohim means gods, plural, and Hema means they are. So the word are is not in this phrase in Hebrew. It must be supplied when you translate from Hebrew to English. These types of clauses are called verbless clauses. Next, let's take a look at dagesh. And there are two kinds of dagesh. One is called a dagesh kal and dagesh. Another one is called a dagesh hazak. Earlier in the previous video, you have learned about the six consonants called the baguette cafet letters. Only these six consonants can have a dot called a dagesh kal in them. A dagesh kal in bet, chaf, and pe marks the pronunciation as a stop, in which the air flowing through the mouth is stopped, instead of the corresponding continuant v and f, in which the air flows through the mouth continuously. A dagesh kal appears in the baguette café letter wherever there is not a vowel or vocal sheva preceding it, such as at the beginning of a word, davar, at the middle of a syllable following a closed syllable, mitva. The same dot can represent another type of dagesh called the dagesh hazak, which means strong dagesh. A dagesh hazak can occur in any consonant except gutturals and resh, and lengthens it. For example, in this word, bikesh, the kof is double. The baguette cafe letters can also have a dagesh hazak. In addition to lengthening the consonant, the dagesh also makes the pronunciation of bet, kaf, and pe a stop, just like the dagesh kal, as in this word, haben, haben. So there are three principles for telling the two kinds of dagesh apart, and they will be quite clear to you as we continue in these lessons. For the guttural consonants, there are several pharyngeal and laryngeal consonants pronounced in the back of the throat, and they are grouped together under the label guttural consonants. So the guttural consonants are aleph, hey, het, and ayin. There are four characteristics of the gutturals are notable. as follows. We'll be going through them in more detail later. So let's take a look at open and closed syllables and word stress. A syllable begins with a consonant denoted by C and S with either a vowel, which could be open, or a consonant closed. For instance, dava has two syllables, an open da and a closed ba or va. The vowel letters het, vav, and yod and aleph do not close syllables. However, a hey with a dot at the end of the word does close the syllable. The dot peak indicates that the hey is a consonant and not a vowel letter. Open syllables usually have long vowels, such as the dalet with a commence in davar, unless stressed. Then they may have short vowels, as in me, melek. It will become more clear to you as we continue in this lesson series. Closed syllables usually have short vowels, as in leg, in melek, unless stressed. Then they may have long vowels, as in var, as in davar. The vowel represents a short U-class cutoff if it's a closed unstressed syllable, otherwise it's a long A-class commence, as in chokma, chokma. Finally, let's take a look at some vocabulary to practice some reading together. The first word is, the first word over here on the left is af, af. It means father. It's a masculine word. If it's plural, it's avod, avod. The second word is, Adonai, Adonai. It means the Lord. The third word is ish, which means man, for singular man. For plural, it's anakshim, anakshim. And the next one is a preposition which means two or towards. It is read as L, L. The next word is Elohim, Elohim. It means gods, or it refers to God. The next word is Eretz, Eretz, Eretz. It means earth or land. It's a feminine noun. The next word is Isha, Isha. It means woman or wife. For plural, it's Nashim, Nashim. The next word is Bayit, Bayit. It means house. For plural, is Ba hin, ba team, ba team. The next word is ban, ban, ban. It means sun. For plural is banim, banim. The next word is davar, davar. It means word or thing. The next word is a name. It's a name that's very familiar to many people. It's David, David. It means David. Let's take a look at the word list on the right. The first word on the right is yard, yard. It means hand. The second word is yom, yom. It means day. It's the masculine word. For plural is yamim, yamim. The third word is Israel, Israel, Israel. The next word is Kohen, Kohen. It means priest. The next one is a conjunction. It means because or that. It's pronounced as ki, ki. The next word is lo, lo. It means no or not. The next word is melech, melech. It means king. The next one is Malka, Malka. It means queen. The next word is Moshe, Moshe. It means Moses. The next word is ear, ear. It means city. And the next word is am, am. It means people. And the final word is panim, panim. It means face. So thank you very much for watching this video. Shalom and may you be blessed by the learning of God's language. Thank you.